So as I was saying, phase 4 trials में होता क्या है, you are giving to a much more larger population and as such it will cross the 3000 mark. ठीक है, generally lakhs of people will be affected by the drug. Now if we have a drug like paracetamol, as such उतने severe side effects कुछ नहीं रहते, but let us suppose you give a very high dose of paracetamol, there is a very good chance that it can cause hepatotoxicity. Now during the first phase trials, first phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 mein, you might not have come across this problem. Later on when different people started experimenting, अब different doctors को दे रहे तो उन्होंने अलग अलग doses देके देखते what is more effective. It will happen, ठीक है. In certain conditions they might start giving higher and higher doses. At one point the patient might start showing deteriorating health of their liver. तो this can be attributed to paracetamol. तो यहाँ से क्या हो रहा, that doctor or the organization, they will get to know, okay, at a very high dose this is causing hepatotoxicity. This information is sent back to the company. ठीक है, that is post marketing surveillance. जो pharmacovigilance रहता and जो post marketing surveillance teams रहते वो यही करते. What they will do is they will monitor ADRs throughout the world that are being reported for specific drugs, so that new and new ADRs that might be appearing in patients that are reported back. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी को ये क्या बोलते हैं, इसकी कोविड की वैक्सीन जब देने लगे थे, स्पेशली कोविशील्ड, सॉरी कोवैक्सिन, a
Covishield,
lot of
Covaxin.
a lot of people were having clotting. Okay, a lot of people were having a problem where their blood clots were being formed. So during the experimentation, it might not have appeared as such during phase 1 to phase 3 trials, but phase 4 trials में, which is post marketing surveillance, उसमें पता चल रहा. ठीक है, तो you get a lot of data like that as well. Now in general, for a new drug to be produced, I mean from a new drug from scratch to be produced, like there is no drug, you are synthesizing a new drug, and by the time it reaches the market, generally it will take about 15 to 25 years. Okay, so the paracetamol that you are using now will generally have had developed about 20 years ago. It underwent multiple experimentations, then now you are using it. That is the original drug. जो जेनरिक ड्रग्स रहते, मीनिंग इट इज अ कॉपी ऑफ दैट ओरिजिनल ड्रग, ओरिजिनल पैरासिटामोल एक बनाए थे यूजिंग सर्टेन इंग्रेडिएंट्स. जेनरिक ड्रग विल हैव द सेम एक्टिव इंग्रेडिएंट, जो मेन इंग्रेडिएंट रहता वही रहता, बट जो साइड में अटैच व्हाट यू कॉल हेल्पफुल इंग्रेडिएंट्स रहते, नाउ आई विल गेट इनटू दैट सम अदर डे, बट थिंक ऑफ इट दिस वे, इट इज अ कॉपी यूजिंग सिमिलर मटेरियल्स. ठीक है, इमेजिन यू आर मेकिंग अ शर्ट, नॉट अ शर्ट, imagine you making a house. Okay, there are two houses. Initially one person made a completely brick house. Okay, and that is the original house. Later on a generic house was made which had metal beams in it. So it is a similar house but it is much more stronger and it has metal beams in it. Okay, you are still having a house, that is the second house, that is an generic, it is a copy of the original. It might be better in certain ways from the original, it might be bad in certain ways in the original as well, but you get it. It is the same concept that you are copying again. Generic drugs का वो concept रहता, that will take lesser time. Generally within a few years generic drugs will be produced. ठीक है, so anyway, coming back to our point, in this scenario when we are talking about the depression patients, we have group A and group B patients, and a pharma company is running a clinical experiment. ठीक है, एक clinical trial run कर रहे. I have group A which has 10 depression patients and group B which has 10 depression patients. मैं एक ड्रग दे रहा हूँ एक्स, न्यू ड्रग है, आई वांट टू फाइंड आउट वेदर इट इज वर्किंग और नॉट. व्हाट आई विल डू इज, नाउ यहाँ पर मैं जब एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहा हूँ, मैं ग्रुप बी को कंट्रोल ग्रुप बना देता हूँ एंड ग्रुप ए को एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप बना देता हूँ. दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ द होल एक्सपेरिमेंट. ओके, बोथ ऑफ देम आर पार्ट ऑफ द एक्सपेरिमेंट. आई एम जस्ट कैटेगराइजिंग देम इनटू कंट्रोल ग्रुप एंड एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप. The difference is that how will I find whether or not X is working? I will be able to find whether X is working or not only when I know that certain population of that hospital is taking the drug and the other population is not taking the drug. Only then I can compare. अगर मैं दोनों को भी drug दिया तो I will not be able to compare the difference between their constitutions, right? I will not be able to tell what is the difference that that drug is making. So मैं क्या करता हूँ, यहाँ पर independent variable जो है इनो है drug. Dependent variable will be the health of these patients. Dependent variable, मैं x क्या है ये 10 patients पे देता हूँ, but I will not give that x in these group B. ठीक है, those are the control group. Control group में I will not give independent variable. Always remember, in control group you are not introducing the independent variable. All right. So there is no change in that group as such. Now, when you give this X drug, let us suppose their health is improving. Okay, imagine when you are giving X drug, their health or their depression is getting better, and the dependent variable is changing, that is their health is changing. तो यहाँ पर आप बोल सकते हैं in the end कि okay, this drug is working, and the proof of this drug, the proof that this drug works is these 10 patients. The condition of these 10 patients have improved when compared to the other 10 patients which is group B. ठीक है, जो कंट्रोल ग्रुप में है. अभी समझ में आया what is control group, what is experimental group, and what is the experiment?
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
No
sir.
problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now through this you can get a lot of inferences. अब मैं जैसा, let's suppose X drug दे रहा हूँ ना, I am giving it in group A. Let us suppose after 1 or 2 months, let's suppose I'm running that experiment for 2 months. After 2 months, I barely see any difference in these 10 patients. उसका मतलब क्या रहता? This X drug is not very good, meaning this X drug might be working or might not be working. And another thing, as I was telling you about extraneous variables, यहाँ पर all of them, all the 20 people who are in group A and group B are in a hospital. I will minimize their contact with outside. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, जो extraneous variable है, जो बाहर का variable है, जो which can cause stress to them, I am completely eliminating that, or I'm limiting that as much as possible. So I have some control over that external variable. Now what they will think and all that I cannot control, obviously their thoughts, but to a maximum degree I can control that extraneous variable. I will remove that extraneous variable from both the groups, so that I can specifically tell the change that is occurring in their behavior is specifically because of X and not because of any other external factor. Okay. Conversely, I can also tell if the health of that 10 patients and group A is not improving much, I can tell that even after removing all the extraneous variable, most patients did not see any improvement in their condition. Hence, drug X is not very effective in treatment of depression. So on and so forth. I can make a lot of analysis through this scenario. Okay. Now, coming to types of experimental design, there are three main types of experimental design. You have true experimental design, quasi-experimental design, and pre-experimental design. So first of all, we'll discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of experimental design and what are the major steps in experimental design. See, the advantage is that you have a lot of control over variables. You can control the dependent and independent variable, and you can also control external variables to a certain extent. The results that you get are also quite valid and reliable. You can clearly numerical see what are the results. बल्कि आप analysis जब करते वो easy रहता, and cause and effect का relationship easily determine कर सकते. Disadvantages can be that if you are not able to manipulate the independent variable, let us suppose you cannot administer the independent variable, or there is a problem in independent variable, in that scenario you cannot perform the experiment. So failure to experiment can occur, ethical issues की वजह से reject हो सकता, and technically you are making a very artificial scenario whenever you are performing an experiment. It is not a natural scenario. In research you are controlling a lot of things. Okay. So a lot of irrelevant factors might come into picture because you are controlling those situations. Artificial situation create कर रहे बोल के आप. It is subject to human error depending on who is performing the experiment, whether it is you know, the main principal investigator or the people under that fellow. There can be human error in data collection, in administering the drug or whatever it is. And there are some other disadvantages as well. For example, results can be artificial, there can be personal bias, partiality, they can be unreliable samples. The result might be non-replicable. Non-replicable का मतलब ये है कि आप experiment एक बार run कर लिए फिर से run नहीं कर सकते. No one else can replicate it, or maybe you yourself cannot replicate it again. Things like that. Those are some disadvantages of experimental design. Now coming to the major steps of experimental design, how you will perform the test, experimental design essentially. Major steps in experimental design. So first step is identify the population. Okay. After you have identified the population, first you have to identify which population you are going to experiment on. Okay. Select that population. Second step will be select the sample randomly. That is one of the most important steps in experimental research design, that you have to maintain randomness. मतलब out of, let's suppose आप एक population choose कर रहे हैं who is so let's suppose you are going to Bihar and you are seeing that in Bihar there is a specific parasitic infection that is going on. तो आपकी population जो experiment कर रहे हैं आप will be the people of that particular community or that particular area in Bihar. Now amongst them, let us suppose there are 3,000 people. Out of that 3,000 people, you will randomly select a sample. Imagine your sample is about 200 people. Out of those 3,000, आप 200 को ऐसा select करते कि you are not keeping any bias. This random sampling is important to make sure that that sample is representing the population. I'll give you one example. अब मैं एक experiment करना चाह रहा हूँ जहां पर I want to find out what is the average height of men and women in India. ठीक है? I want to run an experiment wherein I want to find out what is the average height of adult men and adult women in India. Now, what is the population of India? Fine. इधर ही तो रह रहे ना. What is the population of India?
Don't know, sir.
Don't know. अरे रे रे रे. इसलिए अपनी population इतनी बढ़ रही. पता ही नहीं है आधे लोग को क्या population है बोल के. Okay, we have a population close to 150 crores right now. ठीक है? So out of these 150 crores, let us suppose the adult population, forgetting about the children who are growing up and forgetting about the teenagers who are still growing, let us suppose about 80 crores are adults. Okay, this is a very underestimation, but let us suppose 80 crores are adults. Yeah, 100 crores are adults. Okay, imagine 100 crores are people who are not growing anymore. Okay, their height will not change anymore. Now it is very difficult to perform experiment on 100 crore people. So what I will do is I will create divisions. Now there are already different states, right? There are about 30 states in our country. So ये 30 states में से मैं क्या करता हूँ? I will select a few people from each state. So let us suppose I am collecting 100 people, or I'm collecting 1,000 people from each state, and that too I'll collect very randomly, meaning I will go to different cities in that state, I'll go to different towns in that state, different villages in that state, and I'll randomly select 1,000 people. Okay, so 1,000 into 30 कितना होता? 30,000 हो रहा ना?
30,000.
हाँ, तो अब 30,000 पे एक्सपेरिमेंट करना ज्यादा इजी है या 100 करोड़ पे एक्सपेरिमेंट करना ज्यादा इजी है?
30,000.
30,000 पे एक्सपेरिमेंट
30,000.
करना ज्यादा easy है.
30,000.
Now, why I'm telling randomness or selecting a sample randomly is important is because if you create a bias, meaning when you are collecting these 1,000 people, when you are selecting these 1,000 people in each village, let us suppose there is one principal investigator who came up with this idea, and that fellow is employing some 20-30 employees who will go to each and every village and each and every state and select those people. Let us suppose some employees are biased towards tall people, meaning they are only selecting somewhat tall people, and in some other state a different person, a different employee is selecting only short people. तो क्या होता, वो representativeness चले जाती. अगर आप randomness maintain नहीं कर रहे, these 1,000 people will not be able to represent that state. ठीक है? Here what you are hoping is these 30,000 can represent this 100 crores. That can only be achieved if you are randomly selecting the sample. So the same way as I told you in the previous example, you are going to Bihar to test on a parasitic infection. Out of 3,000 people, when you select 200 people, those 200 should be able to represent all the characteristics of those 3,000 people. मतलब similar build रहना, similar लोग रहना, they should be able to represent all of them. अब मैं बाहर कभी भी, let's suppose I go outside, let's suppose I go into Dubai, or if I go into America, example, okay, if I see an Indian, I will be able to recognize an Indian, even if that fellow has been born in America and brought up in some other country. I will be able to recognize that Indian because of certain traits, okay, darker skin, face structure, so on and so forth, okay, culture, etc, etc. There are certain ways through which you can determine whether that person is Indian or not. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा, that single person is representing a whole population of India. Okay, the same way in this scenario, those 30,000 people should be able to represent that 100 crores. So when I'm experimenting on those 30,000 people, let us suppose I find that the average height of men in these 30,000 is about 5'7", and the average height of women in these 30,000 is about 5'4", example. Okay, so I can tell that the average height of India is 5'7", average height of Indian men is 5'7", average height of Indian women is 5'4". This is because I know that those 30,000 are representing those 100 crores. That is why randomness is very important in experimental design. So that is the second step. Select your sample randomly. Then third step will be subdivide the sample. You'll subdivide the sample randomly into two groups. That subsample will be one control group and the other is experimental group. You know, एक control group में मैं independent variable introduce नहीं करता हूँ, experimental group में मैं independent variable introduce करता हूँ. Before performing the experiment though, I will observe and record their characteristics. Observe and record characteristics. What does this mean? What are their characteristics before performing any experiment? How tall they are, what is their body weight, what is their health, what is their mental health, how is their physical condition, so on and so forth. I will record, I will observe and I'll record all of their characteristics in both the groups. जो control group में है, जो experimental group में है, पूरों के characteristics मैं पहले observe and record कर ले रहा हूँ. After that I will introduce the independent variable. Independent variable है ये, okay, that is not IV drug, independent variable है. So let us suppose I, again the same example, imagine I'm going to Bihar, I have some 3,000 patients who are getting affected by a parasitic infection. उसमें से I take 200 and I'll write down the characteristics of those 200 people, and I am dividing those that 200 people into two groups, 100 people. And let us suppose ये जो 200 people है, 100 का एक group है, 100 का एक और group है, ये control group है, ये experimental group है. I am giving the antiparasitic treatment or that antiparasitic drug in only experimental group. That is the independent variable, the drug that I'm giving. Okay. After a few days, let us suppose after 2 weeks of giving that drug, I am seeing the characteristics again. I'm observing and recording the characteristics again. After 2 weeks, let us suppose यहाँ पर after a while, compare characteristics. Again, physical condition, health, so on and so forth. मैं उसको compare कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है. After 2 weeks, I might find that there is some difference. After 2 weeks, I might find that there is no difference. मैं क्या करता हूँ, जो भी effect आ रहा मेरे को 2 हफ्ते के बाद, I will write it down, ठीक है. And after I write it down, I'll record those changes and I will analyze those changes, ठीक है. Record and analyze the changes, if any. Sometimes there can be chance that there is no change altogether. इसका मतलब क्या होता, अगर कोई चेंज नहीं है, मीनिंग द माई ड्रग डिड नॉट वर्क, और एटलीस्ट माई ड्रग डिड नॉट वर्क इन दैट कंडीशन, इन दोस पॉपुलेशन, in that population and in those people specifically. It might not mean that the drug is completely useless. It can also mean that the drug does not work in those people, could be, or in that parasite at least. ठीक है, वो मेरे को खाली एनालिसिस के बारे में बाद में मालूम होता. That is how your experimental design will work. ठीक है, आप पहले population identify करते हैं. You will randomly select some people from that population. You will divide that population into experimental control group. You will record their characteristics. You will introduce the independent variable. After a while, you will compare their characteristics. यहाँ पर जो comparison of characteristics कर रहे हैं, you are checking the difference in their dependent variable. Their health is the dependent variable in this scenario, and you will record that change and you will analyze the change, whether there was a difference in the patient's condition or not. Okay, that is how an experimental research design is run. ये समझ में आया? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have doubts, please feel free to ask, because it will only get more complicated from here. ये खाली एक blueprint जैसा दिया मैं आपको. We still have to get into the types of experimental design. That is why. Okay.